Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's reading is all about this big shift you are going through within and outside of you. So we are first going to see what is going on within you, this big shift that's happening from the inside out. And then we're going to see how that inner shift is affecting your outer world. So the big shift on your outer world as well. That is what our reading is about today. We have our first pile here. This is pile 1. We have pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay, so pile 1 is the earthworm. Pile 2 is the whale. Pile 3 is the hummingbird. Pile 4 is the fish. All right, so this is going to be like 2 readings in one for you guys. And I will let you meditate on your cards now, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading today about your inner and outer shift, how things are shifting within yourself and therefore within your outer world. And so your gemstone here that you chose is the carnelian. It's beautiful, light greeny yellow, which I love. And the first card, the card you chose, is the earthworm. And this is going to be our inner shift. So this is the card representing what's happening within ourselves, our inner process, how we're feeling, within ourselves, within what we're going through. We do have our outer world card behind here, but I'm just going to reveal that when we're done with our inner reading. So earthworm represents, it's kind of like a beginner energy, feeling maybe we're a novice in something new, but it's a very, very positive card because it basically means that we're on the road to mastery, but it's like we're still in that beginning stage or that student phase. So we're still learning so much. And it's funny because it's like that almost feels like treasury, like going through the kind of the dirt, right? Which is the foundation for any beautiful growth and foundation and beginning. So it might feel like you're doing a lot of the hard work right now. That's what you're doing, is laying a foundation for something great. And you are becoming something very, very great, very masterful in some way or another. It could be spiritually. And I feel like this is going to reflect in all areas of life. So spiritual, material, and in your relationships as well. So this is creating something super, super beautiful for you. It's laying the foundation. That's what you're in the process of doing right now. Okay, so we're going to just leave that here, and we're going to pull some cards for your inner world before we reveal the outer world. So I'm going to, as always, let Spirit guide me to which decks we're going to use for you. And they wanted to go straight towards tarot. So we're going to start with tarot for you today. Okay, and so this card wanted to come out first. So Spirit, for my pile 1s, what's shifting within themselves? The earthworm spirit pile. What is shifting for them within themselves? And maybe you're shifting out of this novice energy. Maybe it's time to kind of leave maybe the beginning stages and maybe graduate a little bit. Okay, so we have 3 cards there. All right. Okay, so how many we got? We got 6. Let's start with 6. Okay. So you have the Five of Swords. You have the Two of Cups. The Three of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. The King of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles. I definitely see you're moving up, like you're moving on from, I feel like the time, this is very, very similar energy here, the Seven of Pentacles and the Earthworm, because it's that really going into the dirt of it. It's building the foundation. It's doing the hardest part. It's really putting all the work in, and it's the trial and error time. It's the really having to have the patience to, it's like, okay, so let's say we're talking about, let's say you want to build a garden, right? And the goal of the garden is to have amazing fruits or vegetables at the end that taste good, that smell good, that have the right juiciness and all of those things, right? Because it's one thing to just grow a garden and then, you know, maybe the crop ends up good, maybe not. But so the Seven of Pentacles is that trial and error stage where we're putting all of the hardest work down, which is even just beginning the garden, right? So we're finding the right soil, or we're churning the soil. We're putting the right nutrients that the vegetables need and finding out what those nutrients are. And then sourcing them and then putting them in the right combination for the vegetables, finding out which ones need shade. You know, it's that whole process that you've been going through for this. And that could be, for a lot of you, this could be in a relationship, because those take that same process. Anything that we're working on that means something to us is going to take this, you know, trial and error. It's like, and this almost reminds me of like trial by fire, right? It's kind of like, it might have been intense at times where it's like, whoa, you know, this is taking a lot out of me. This feels really intense. And it might have caused a lot of, you know, heartache, hardship. It feels tough. And this could be, you know, when you're a novice in something and you're starting out, like maybe you are doing an internship somewhere and everyone around you kind of, you know, they've been doing it a long time. They kind of know their job, or they know what their skill is. And so they might have been hard on you, or it's just been hard on you to like be in that beginner phase, be in this like trial and error and like failure and trying again and again. Maybe people around you haven't been the easiest on you in your environment. And that's caused you to kind of almost, it kind of cuts at your confidence, or you're like, oh my gosh, can I ever do this? Is this ever going to get past this stage? Am I ever going to get to the place that I want to be at, or the skill level, or the place in my relationship I want to be at? It's like, this is like such trial and error for me. It's almost feeling like hopeless at times, because it just feels so massive. Or like it feels, the place in where you want to get to feels far away. It feels like there was so much work that had to be done in order to get to the place where you want to be at. But with this shift that's happening, okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and there is no bigger shift than the Wheel of Fortune. And because it's right under the Five of Swords here, this is saying, this is the energy that's shifting, that feeling of, am I ever going to get ahead here? You know, am I ever going to get past this? Am I ever going to get, you know, past this beginner, or this beginning stage where it's like having to face maybe my own insecurities, or my own levels of maybe, novice energy, or feeling of incompetence, that feeling of I'm not good enough. I want to get to that mastery level. I want to get my skills in order, or I want to get to a place in which, we're comfortable. We're finally over those beginning, finding out about each other, beginning arguments, those things where it's like all of our crap kind of has to come up to the surface so that we can work on it. And then I want to get past that stage so we can be at that comfortable, peaceful level where it kind of smooths out. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling. And so that is coming. They're saying that you have reached a new level of emotional maturity. From all of this work that you've done, it's like you're now becoming the King of Cups, this very wise person who, no matter what's going on around you, could be very, the waves could be crashing, it could be a little bit unsteady, but you're the steadiness in that. You're the anchor. You're the captain almost of the ship that you're sailing. You're very much steady. You're very much secure because you've done all of this difficult work. You've done the treachery. You've done the trial and error. You've failed many times. You've learned your lessons, and that's what these were. These were lessons that needed to be learned, and so you could become the person that you needed to become in order to achieve what it is you want on Earth. Okay, so these were creating you into a very, very emotionally secure, emotionally harmonious person that can handle big things, that can handle, and maybe you've been learning how to stand up for yourself. Maybe you've been learning self-worth, and that's why these characters or certain situations came into your life to challenge you in order for you to stand up for yourself, in order for you to face these things without backing down. And I think it was teaching you a lot about yourself, right? You were learning a lot about what you were capable of. And that's nothing small. That's something very, very huge and very, very necessary. And so I see union here. And for some of you, this is union with yourself. This is you trusting yourself in a beautiful new level, in a whole new light. This is you saying, like, I got my back, right? You saying to yourself, like, I got you. This is you and your higher self being in union, being totally aligned with each other. And I feel like your self-love is at a new level. You're like, I know I can do this. I haven't seen myself in this light before, and it's beautiful. And I know I can trust myself. I know I can trust my intuition. I know I can trust myself to do these things and to go through. I feel like you can face whatever is coming next. And this is you rising above, going to the next level of experience, which is the Three of Wands, right? It's like, okay, it's like in a video game, right? Now you get to climb the ladder. You get to go up to the next plateau, the next level of experience, because you've passed the test. You've passed this level. And this was the foundation being built so that you could rise. Okay? So what you've been going through has been teaching you how to be a master. It's been teaching the hard lessons so that you would know who you are. You would know yourself in a brand new light. You're like, I know I can do this. I've got my own back. I'm way stronger than I thought I was because of what I've gone through. And I feel like you're no longer allowing your thoughts or allowing negative thinking or allowing any kind of insecurity or even what others might say about you. You're not letting that affect you. You're like, I've got my own back. I'm my own best friend. I love myself to a new level because of this. I've seen what I can do. And it's because you've come into union now with yourself and you've got yourself at that level. you can now the wheel can shift for you. Now it's time to go beyond this. Now it's time to reach a new plateau of experience. Okay, so that's what this whole thing was about. It's all for us. It's all for our growth, right? We put ourselves in this position for a reason, because we want more. We want something bigger, right? We don't want to stay, what's the point in staying small? And that's never what we want. So we have to go through those uncomfortable experiences so that we can handle the next level of experience, right? So that we can handle more in our lives, more love, more success, more responsibility. We need to gain the wisdom that comes in that earth, in getting our hands dirty, in facing the uncomfortable people and things in ourselves that we have to look at and face and grow from. Okay, so let's get a couple more. We'll go to oracle cards now. So for my pile ones, the earthworms, which I love earthworms, by the way. You can't have a beautiful garden without earthworms. Okay, they are amazing for gardens because they literally do what the first thing is in building a garden, which is toiling the earth. They literally make it more nutritious by eating it and then decomposing it, and they give that nutrients. Right? So that's what you've been doing. You've been giving nutrients to your dream, to your goal, to yourself, to who you are. You've laid the most important part, which is the foundation for any kind of beautiful growth. And now you're going to the level of, I'm seeing sprouts. Like, I'm actually seeing things, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor sprouting here, and I'm actually going to be able to experience all of the things that I've been wanting to, all the hard work I've been putting in. I'm finally going to start seeing results. I'm finally going to start seeing those things come to fruition. Okay, you get to see the little plants come out, and you're like, yes, finally. Like, I wasn't sure if these were going to come up. I've just been seeing dirt for so long, and then you finally get to see the green, and you're like, this is what it's all been for. This is why I didn't give up, right? We get to see the little sprouts. Things start growing. Okay. Yes, you have the turning point, the shift, return, the start of a new cycle, right timing, regeneration, inevitability, steady improvements. Exactly. This is the shift. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, you're beginning a new cycle. This is a new cycle of growth, of prosperity in your life. This is coming out of the dirt. This is poking out of the earth and seeing the sunlight and being like, yes, it's like, it's that spring energy. It's like we're coming out of the darkness into the light and finally seeing that growth that we've been working so hard for actually coming to fruition. And we have the cauldron, inner alchemy, mastery, spiritual renewal, consecrate, contain, rejuvenation, discerning wisdom. So this is definitely talking about your inner process and who you are. It's like you have become such an alchemist because you've been turning these situations. It's like, I just gave you dirt, right? This could be like a situation that brings challenges. It's like, it's kind of an empty slate, and you're like, I don't know what to do with this, but let me look at it. And you take this thing, this situation, this dirt, or these difficult experiences, let's say, these difficult lessons, and you alchemize them into beautiful flowers, into fruit, right? Into your own mastery, into inner peace, inner love. You've been learning, discerning, and gaining wisdom, gaining mastery, and you're coming out anew. You're coming out of this darkness new, fresh, with new eyes, with new love for yourself, with new trust. Okay, and you're ready to take on this new level of experience. You're ready to have this new cycle come into your life where things are easier, things are lighter, things are brighter, things are more loving, things are more cohesive and harmonious. Okay, so let's see if anything else wants to come out. Okay, we're gonna go here. Oops. Yeah, so you have ruins. That's a cool card. It's basically like the sun is rising on something that's felt old, it's felt long, it's felt, you know, it's like ruins are beautiful and old, but they need reworking. And so maybe that's something along the lines of what you've been doing, or it's like making something old new and beautiful. But yeah, I really feel like it's like a new dawn on something that's been difficult to build. Okay, it's been difficult to build. Look at that. Surprise villain, and you have death. So what this is telling me is that you are having the biggest transformation here with death. Okay? You yourself, I feel like you've seen your shadow. You've seen through this process, it's like you've seen where you needed the most love. And I feel like you've come into balance, into harmony with your dark self. Because I feel like it was exposed to you, or your patterns that were maybe unhealthy. Okay, so this could be maybe you gave up a lot on ideas, or on certain things, or on yourself, or on people. And what you've been going through, it shined a light on that, which was difficult, right? It was difficult to see, but now you're able to use that for your benefit. You are transforming at such a huge level that you're okay with everything. Your shadow now, it doesn't trigger you. Things don't trigger you. Other people's opinions don't trigger you, because you know who you are. You're good with yourself. You've made peace with yourself. Okay? Things that could have ruined you in the past are no longer affecting you. They're no longer affecting, because you know who you are. You know who you are. You're good with you. You're like, I'm at peace with who I am now. I've kind of trudged through the darkness of me, and maybe this whole process was your inner spiritual process, right? Maybe it wasn't anything outside of you, but it was yourself. It was you going, okay, going through the darkness of you, and really taking a look there, taking a look at the unhealed parts of you, the things that we rejected within ourselves, the things that we deem as unworthy or bad, right? Or negative self-talk. And maybe even just being there for ourselves and our inner child, right? Doing the things that are going to make us feel supported and loved. Like, yeah, maybe we would betray ourselves before in not acting upon things that we needed to, or not doing like the foundational things that make us feel good, which could be like for me, it's working out, right? If I don't do that, I really don't feel my best. And then like I have to have a shower. I have to make sure I brush my teeth and wash my face twice a day. And those were things I didn't do every day before. Those were things that I would deny myself because I wasn't feeling my best, or I wasn't making myself my priority, right? I wasn't putting myself first. And so I let things fall by the wayside, and I didn't treat myself the best way I could. And so these are my foundational things I have to do, that I do every day to make myself feel good, happy, worthy. I make my own self my first priority, right? By doing these things, by cleaning, by making sure my space is fresh and clear and bright and clean, right? Those are things. So those would be my foundational things. So I feel like you've been figuring those things out as well. And of course, meditation, right? It's going within and making sure my thoughts are not overwhelmingly negative. And of course they'll come up, but it's being aware, okay, I need to switch this thought to something positive, replace the negative with a positive thought. And that's this process, right? That's this foundational process that allows us to reach new levels of experience. It's like, because we feel like maybe it's too small, or it's these things aren't glamorous, right? So parts of us don't want to waste our time on these things because they seem small and insignificant, but it really creates the biggest turnaround, the biggest shifts in our lives. We have to have that foundation set. We have to have those things first before we can reach any new level of experience, before we can actually go further in the direction that we want to go. Okay, so once we can do that, then we can move on. Then we can graduate. And now we've shown ourselves, we're willing to put ourselves first. We're willing to do those things that might not be glamorous or, the most entertaining or the most whatever. But these are the things that we can't handle anything else without. We have to treat ourselves at the most basic level nicely, kindly, and then that can get reflected in our outer world. And I feel like that's what you've been learning, and that's amazing. And you have learned, and we see you now rising above. So let's see how this is affecting your outer world now, because you've done so much inner alchemy, so much inner mastery. We will see how this is affecting your world. Okay. And your outer world card is the Owl. Okay, so your outer card is the Owl, and the Owl is basically, it's saying that you have an offering coming in. You have some kind of abundance, some kind of, it's almost like a reward for the inner work that you've done from all the toiling. Is now that you get this reward, you get this abundance. And I feel it's not only like an inner gift, but it's going to be an outer gift, and a gift in the material world somehow that's going to further you along your path. Okay, so let's take a look at what this is going to be for you. And we're going to let Spirit guide me here. All right. Okay. So your first card at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands, the Four of Fire. Okay. Yeah. It's like you're reaching some kind of finish line here, some kind of, it's not like a finish line like you're done, but it's definitely more stable foundation for yourself. You're reaching some kind of stable area of life. The Four of Wands can talk about a new home, a new community. It can also talk about marriage. Okay, so, but it feels like a finish line in a way where it's a new level of experience. It's a new plateau, right? So we're reaching a new level of stability in our lives in some way. So that could be a home, that could be in a relationship, it could be both. Okay. And then we have the Moon. And we have the Hermit with the Path. Yes. Wow. You guys have really been going through it. We have the elemental of water, which is like extra cards in these decks. It's before the ace. It's like the potential. Nice. And we have the lovers with Beltane. So again, more of that union energy that we saw with the Two of Cups. And we have the Seven of Swords, Seven of Air. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of new emotionally fulfilling experience. So we have the lovers here. So for a lot of you, this is like a new level of stability within your relationship, okay? Or meeting someone that's leading to a lot of stability within your love life, okay? That's leading to possible marriage. This could be marriage for some of you. This could be an engagement. This could be buying a home together. So your outer world is showing a ton of stability, okay? Stability in your relationships, in your foundations, okay? Yeah. I feel like you're coming into union with your higher self as well, with like trusting the universe, with trusting in the unknown. I feel like you can walk the unknown, and you're totally fine now because you've gone through what you have, and it doesn't freak you out to go into the unknown, to have something where it's a bit mysterious, because you're so trusting of yourself and your path and spirit that you're like, I'll follow you anywhere. I'll go. If my intuition tells me, I will go. And I see you now coming out of a hermit mode. So the light is being shone. I feel like you've been in a time of great mystery, of facing, a lot of fears, facing a lot of subconscious, fears and insecurities. And so I see the light is now coming through. And so what is the gift? And we have the owl here, which is like great wisdom. And it also is very moon-like energy because they come out at night. So spiritually, you're growing in a massive, massive way because you know yourself so well. And because you have followed your intuition. So you're getting the gift of balance within, of strengthening your faith, your trust in yourself, in spirit, in God, in the world. You're able now to walk through any kind of darkness or unknown new experience, and you'll always be guided through because you've gained that within yourself. You've gained that trust. You're like, I know I can walk through anything and I'll come out the other side at a higher level within my own wisdom and knowledge and skill set. And just trust in yourself. But yeah, we see the light being shown. So you're coming out of a time of darkness, of mystery. And yeah, this was like always meant for you to do this. I feel like you've learned the tricks of your own mind. And you're just trusting in. It's funny because there are certain ways in which fate and destiny play a part. And then there's the other side in which we have free will. So it's this balance, and it's this game of, trusting where I'm being led and also trusting myself to make the right choices for myself, because we can't really change the world around us, but we can control ourselves and our thoughts, our actions. And so I feel like you've reached this new level of trust in the role that God plays, in the role that the universe plays. So it's like allowing that to play out while also trusting myself to make the right decisions for me, trusting where I put my focus in my own life, on my own thoughts, where I'm, putting my attention? Am I putting my attention in positive ways for myself that are going to allow my love and my faith in my dreams to grow, right? Am I focusing on the right things? So I feel like you've learned that dance, and you've learned to make the right choices even when you don't have all the answers. So you've come into such union. And so that's why you're getting gifted this great stability, this great, plateau that you've reached. You're getting gifted, I feel like, way more stability, way more knowing the path, being able to see the path. You're getting gifted clarity. And I feel like a lot of you could be getting gifted, a home, or, reaching that level of marriage. It's just feeling more stable instead of so murky, right? It's like, okay, I know at least I have this thing stable in my life, and that's going to help me reach the new level. That's going to help me grow in this new and exciting way. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards. Okay. I do this deck again. So for my pile ones, what's shifting in their outer world? The owl spirit, what's shifting? Thank you. Okay. So we have the taming power of the small, self-restraint, self-sufficiency, careful preparations, resourcefulness, minor impediments, adaptability. So yeah, I definitely feel like there's a new home for a lot of you with the spider here. It's having that space that's yours. So that could have been a thing that you've been really trying to get, this past, who knows how long. It's going to be different for all of you. But I see you finally having that stable place that's mine. That's something I've created. That's something that, it feels like me. It's my own energy. Right? So self-sufficiency. I feel like you're reaching a new level of self-sufficiency. This could be, creating work for yourself, or just finding your... It's finding your, method. And you're like, okay, I have it down now, and now it's just building it. It's like you've built this thing piece by piece, and now it's this stable, secure place for you. Careful preparations. Yeah, I feel like you've learned all of these things, resourcefulness. And so now it's like, okay, I've reached this level of stability, a foundation. And now you can really play there. Now you can really expand. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go to the archetype cards. So, okay. You have detective, light attributes, great powers of observation and intuition. Yes, desire to seek out the truth. Shadow attributes, voyeurism, falsifying information. Yeah. I feel like that goes really well with this hermit energy and the moon energy. You have definitely grown in your observation and your intuition and knowing exactly where to go. I feel like you see through a lot of things. You see through the darkness of yourself, of the world, of probably people around you. It's like you can see it right away and you can sniff it out. You know the truth. You know what's your truth. And yeah, that I feel like that could help you in your goals, in your dreams as well. Like maybe a lot of you are researchers or journalists or maybe spiritual seekers, and now you have such an attuned radar, and all of this purple reminds me of the crown chakra. So I feel like you have a very wide open crown chakra. So you're going to be receiving a lot of information, a lot of truths. This also reminds me of the third eye here when she's covering her one eye. It's like just focus there. So it's like you're getting that inner sight. And you're going to be able to see things that might not be obvious to most people, that might not be, even if it's like, it's very kind of mysterious and maybe you don't have a lot of the physical answers, you're going to be able to know it within your intuition, within your inner sight, and that's going to guide you through. And that's a huge skill to have in this world. And I feel like it's really going to help you in your outer endeavors as well. Okay, so we have Mercury and Leo with drama. Okay. And let's get one more. All right. Nice, you have rejoice and celebration. Beautiful. That's like the Three of Cups there. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely coming into a time of way more, obviously, celebration here, of meeting people who are like minds. I feel like you're coming out of a really hard, drudgery time, and now it's like feeling so much lighter, so much more harmony. So instead of drama, it's harmony, right? And I feel like you're being more vocal about your wants, your needs. I feel like you're putting yourself first. And in doing that, you're going to meet people who are also doing the same thing, but who also respect you on a new level. And things are just going to be a lot easier. Yeah, things are going to, we see a trophy here, even like, it's like rewarding you for this. It's this step up. It's like you're getting the reward for all this hard work, for always trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, seeing the truth even when it's not blatantly in front of you, right? And the fifth house, yeah, I feel like you're getting more confidence in yourself and in your voice and standing up for yourself. So I feel like you're going to be a lot more vocal and confident within what you have to say and what you have to share. And in doing so, that's going to bring a lot more, harmony, a lot more truth in relationships, a lot more truth in maybe your work environment, right? It's like, it's going to make you a lot happier, and it's going to allow others to respect you in new ways and even get to know you in new ways, so that it's not so, maybe like there was a lot of passive aggressiveness, and now it's like everything's out in the open. I'm not trusting myself. I'm not hiding myself. I'm not hiding what I have to say. I'm putting it all out there, and that's attracting people and situations to me that are truthfully my friends, that are truly the people in my life that are going to appreciate and love me, and vice versa. And you're getting a reward for that. You're getting a reward for a job well done. That's beautiful. You're getting happiness. You're getting that. It does remind me of this, like reaching this stability in community and those around you. And I feel like this is something you've wanted for a long time. It's like stability in maybe a home, stability in friendships. And so this is what you're being gifted with now. And because you've led yourself here, you've led yourself to this place. And so you're getting the reward. You're like, yes, I've done it. I've reached this level that I've been wanting, that I've been working really, really hard for. No more drama, just realness, just truth. And we can share that with each other. That's beautiful. So that is your major shifts, my pile ones, inner and outer. And I hope you enjoyed your reading today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading, and leave a comment. Please shout out pile one. Let me know, what have you been working so hard, so tirelessly on? Have you already experienced this up level, or do you feel it coming? Please let me know and share. I'd love to know. And yeah, really enjoy this level, because I know exactly this feeling of needing that level of just stability, of just this place that's mine, that I can work on things or that I can grow from. yeah, and it's going to bring in so much more of your own energy within people and experiences that feel good, that feel right. Things are just going to be flowing so much more harmoniously and easier for you. It's going to be amazing. So good for you, Pile 1. Super happy for you guys. And if you would like to know more, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. We can go into anything that you want to know about, anything at all. We can go into multiple areas of life. So if you would like to know more detail about anything at all, you can book that with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next reading. All right. All of my love, Pile 1. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your big shift reading. So we're going to be taking a look at your big shift happening within yourself and then in your outer world as well. So you have the whale for your inner shift. And the whale talks about highly, highly wise energy, also going to the depths of emotion within ourselves. So you may have been in a period of deep diving within yourself, within your emotional self, within, why do I do that? Why does this happen? Where did this pattern come from? Maybe just taking a look at certain things, healing, and gaining the wisdom from doing these deep dives, from our truly emotionally wise parts of ourselves. So that's beautiful. We're going to get some more. This is your outer card behind there, but I will reveal that after this reading. So we're going to allow Spirit to guide us to your deck. Okay. It's interesting. Spirit always switches it up. A lot of the times it's Oracle cards first, and this time we're doing Tarot. Everyone's gotten Tarot first so far. So, Spirit, for my pile 2s, the whale. Whale spirits, what do they need to know about this big shift happening within themselves? So the first card out, we have the 4 of Swords. Yeah, you've definitely been in a time of rest, of going within, introspection, having a lot of you time to meditate, to contemplate, to reflect on maybe past, on certain limiting beliefs here with the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, why things are the way they are. Why, am I in this situation, trying to find the good in maybe a difficult situation, trying to shift our thoughts, knowing that without the inner work, the outer, will not reflect. It will always reflect our inner world, right? But if we don't have a positive worldview or a more beneficial way of viewing ourselves and what we deserve, that's going to be reflected in our outer world. So, wow, you've been going through so much healing. Look at that, 9 of Wands, facing your demons, facing the darkness within you, facing the experiences that you've had that were hard, that were difficult. Wow, really, really and that takes a lot of courage. I feel like you have a ton of courage and of wisdom, and knowing that I have to face these things to solve my problems, to solve the outer world. If my outer world isn't looking like I want it to, I know what I have to do. And I feel like that's the process that you've been going through. And look at all of these butterflies here landing on this person who's meditating, who's resting, right? Who's going within. This means transformation. Transformation is coming to you through this process. You have been transforming, and even though it may have felt like, on the outside, it just looks like I'm resting, or I'm just, I'm not being productive, right? You were being the most productive that you could ever be. You were transforming from the inside out, and you're going to be transforming your outer experience by doing this, right? By facing your demons, by facing the darkness within you, by facing your limiting beliefs or the conditions that we've been taught as children or growing up. That maybe you're not worthy, that you're insecure, that there's never enough money, these beliefs of lack, right? Of feeling like I'm left out, or maybe this is, victimhood mentality, that I don't belong in those higher end places, or I could never be that, I could never do that because of who I am or because of where I grew up or something, something along those lines. But look at that. Look at that. That is what is shifting for you now. You are getting crowned, okay? The Six of Wands is a card of victory, of success, of recognition for hard work. You have really turned around your inner world, and you are getting now the reward, the crown for going through all of this difficulty within yourself, through finding the joy, finding the hope, finding the peace in a situation that may not have reflected that back to you. It's like you went in, you had hope, you knew you could do it, and now you have done it. Now that this is shifting, you are coming out of that, and you are getting recognized by spirit, and possibly even in your outer world, for all of this hard work that you've done, for, facing these difficult things that not many people have the courage to face. Okay, and making the changes necessary, and making the sacrifices necessary, right? Because the Four of Swords can be a sacrifice. Like, people can judge you when it doesn't seem like you're doing much on the outside, but you've been transforming. You've been going so deep within self, transforming from the inside out, and those are the biggest changes. Those are the most productive things that you can do, right? We have such a backwards way of kind of viewing productivity or just the world, and we only value like success from the outer or on a material basis. But I feel like you are receiving that here. You are receiving that because you did the inner work first, and you changed it from the inside out. Yes, we have the Page of Wands. You have a new start here, a new exciting beginning. Okay, you are about to embark on a new journey here, away from this Five of Pentacles, away from this lack mentality and this outer world lack. So you could have had, lack of resources, things like that. You are having victory over yourself, your beliefs, your outer world, and you are starting a new adventure in some manner, okay? And you've reached a new level. Look at this shift. Wow, the Knight of Wands. Taking action. You started the Page, and now you're shifting to the Knight. So you have more experience, you have more knowledge, you have more wisdom, and now you're taking action. You have so much wand energy here. This is so much passion, so much fire. And it's so much different than this energy here. This is like you're coming out of a time of rest, a time of introspection, going within, going deep to, look at what these limiting beliefs are, look at what I need to heal within myself from my past, facing my demons, facing these, dark experiences that I've had, and finding the light within them, finding the nuggets of gold, finding what I needed for transformation. Now what's shifting is you are coming out of this time, you are stepping into the light, okay? You are beginning a new timeline here, and you're taking action in a passionate way, in a new beginning, in a new direction, and it's going to pay off huge for you. You are having success, you are getting recognition for your passion, for what it is you love to do, for what it is that you've been, really trying to manifest, what you've been trying to make a reality in your life, okay? And it's you've been learning all of the things that were important for you to learn. You've been learning about maybe, your your DNA patterns, your, you know, the things that were passed down for you, to you from generation to generation, breaking, ancestral patterns. Okay. And you have now come to the other side, and now it's like things are going to start moving very, very fast. You're going to start getting a lot of fast progress and very positive directions that are going to, you're going to receive a lot of success, a lot of merit for the things that you've been working on, for the things that you will be working on. So this is like total shift in energy, like total introspection, learning to like, whew, the gates are going to be open. You're going to be set free. It's going to be go, go, go. You're like, and I feel like you have this new energy, and it was kind of like conserving your energy, because you were like going through inner battles, right? And so now you've come out healed, you've come out successful, and now you're able to, you have this like new mode of transportation where I don't feel lack of energy. I've fully charged up because I've had the time to go within. And so I feel like, especially in this new season, in this spring, it's like all systems go. Doors are open, gates are wide open, go, go, go. It's your time. Okay, so new exciting things coming in for you. You're gonna be filled with energy, and you're gonna be super motivated, and you're gonna have that spark, that life and it's like you're born anew, you're born fresh. And now you're able to achieve all of the things that you've been wanting to. You're able to, nothing's holding you back now. So let's get some oracle cards here for you. A second. Okay. So for my pile twos, whale spirit, what do they need to know about this internal shift? This inner shift. Whoa. Nice. Look at that. You have the universe card, which is the world card, okay? This is the completion card. This is the absolute last card in the tarot. This is you realizing yourself, your true potential, who you truly are. This is a huge cycle ending in your life, okay? This is you wrapping up that inner, like having to go within all the time, having to heal, not seeing it reflected in your outer. And that was all for you to realize your true potential, realize who you truly are. You're like, you're whole now, you're whole. And so that chapter in our lives can end. It's the completion. We found the missing piece, which was us, right? We are now balanced and whole and realizing who we truly are, what we're here to do, everything we're capable of, like having that belief within ourselves, knowing that there are endless possibilities for us, and it's just about where we want to go now, right? So you're having a completely new, fresh cycle, seeing yourself with new eyes in a new way. And it's because, wow, look at that reverse numbers, 21, 12. You could be seeing, 12, 12, 21, or 12, 21, 11, 22. These could be major signs that you're seeing. But this is the hangman energy. So you sacrifice your time. You've put yourself in a time of rest to see yourself in a new way, to gain new levels of wisdom. This is for spiritual knowledge. So you've come to a whole new level of spiritual knowledge, knowing yourself. You've risen out of the dirt, and now things are blooming. The light is shining upon you. You see yourself. You see life in new, exciting ways. You are whole. Your sacrifice is paid off, and now it is time to come out of this time of stagnancy, of stillness. And it's not like nothing was going on in this time. Huge, major shifts were happening within yourself during this time of pause, right? But it was for that inner reflection. We had to sacrifice, going out so much. We had to sacrifice seeing our friends. We had to sacrifice, even It could be, sacrifice jobs, sacrifice money, sacrifice, other people judging us for maybe not looking productive or whatever it is from the outer. But we were doing all of the work that matters the most within ourselves, seeing in a new way, getting that new perspective, sacrificing the outer for the inner. And therefore that is paying off in our outer world. Because all shifts, all things are reflections of our inner world. And if you can make that a beautiful, prosperous place, that is going to be reflected in your outer world. It will have no choice. And so this time of Hangman, this time of stillness, of going within and having to heal, having to look at things, that is now ending. That is now completing. And what is now about to happen is all systems a go, fire, light, the doors are opening. We are getting a completely new experience, a completely new level and shift in life. So let's get any more cards here. Okay, I want us to go here. Yeah, this card came out at the bottom of the deck, and so they wanted me to take it. It is the Well, and this goes so well with the Whale, which is funny. It sounds so similar. Seeking truth, wisdom, insight, intuitive knowing, return to the source, getting to the bottom of things. It's exactly what we've been saying. That's exactly what you've been doing. You have sacrificed maybe the outer world for a time of you diving into yourself, diving into your inner knowing, your inner wisdom, healing what it is you've needed to heal, looking at all of the, maybe the hard stuff, the difficult things, the darkest parts of ourselves, to gain the knowledge, gain the wisdom that is there for us to look at. And so many people don't have the courage to do these things, don't have the courage to sacrifice whatever it could be, outer world money, people's judgments, success for the time being, so that we can have the time to go within, to look at what needs to be looked at, to really love ourselves at the deepest sense. And that means looking at the darkest parts of ourselves, looking at the parts of ourselves that are difficult, looking at the parts of life that are difficult, being truthful with ourselves, being honest, and not tricking ourselves, not bypassing anything, not denying anything about ourselves, and not making ourselves a victim, right? Seeing like, okay, my outer world isn't what I want it to be necessarily. Maybe it's not reflecting what I would desire it to be. So maybe there's a sense of lack. And I know that is rooted in my subconscious. I know that if it's reflected in my outer world, that it must be a belief system that is rooted within me. And so I'm going to take a deep look at that, an honest look at myself and my inner world and my beliefs, and see where that lies, see the root, and so that I can heal it, and so that I can change that, right? It's not so much about my outer world, I have to work so hard in the outer. No, you understood that this is an inner problem, that this is something that I have to heal within myself, that I have to look at. All right, that's beautiful. Good for you. Because that takes a lot of guts, okay? It takes a lot of guts and a lot of wisdom to do that. Okay, we're going to also get one of these. So these are little rune cards. Okay. Oh, no way. Look at that. It's another whale. That's crazy. It's a same whale. It's a humpback. Wow. How cool is that? Wow. That just shows the depths you guys have been going to. The depths. It's so rich. It's so deep. Like your wisdom. And I feel like you're so gentle because of it. Like you're so wise and you're so whole and you know yourself. This was the best sacrifice, the best decision that you could have ever made, because there's nothing you can't do now. You know yourself at such a deep level. You've really taken everything that was there for you to uncover, to discover about yourself and about life. And you're like, I'm going. You have that you're a very old soul. You came here with lessons to learn, and you're like, I'm learning them this lifetime. I'm not going to just like swim at the top of the surface and, and too scared to go into the darkness, too scared to go into the depths of life. You're like, no, I'm taking this life and I'm making everything I can out of it. I'm going to the very depths of the darkest places emotionally that I can go to get the most benefits and the most lessons, the most teachings that it is there to give me, because I want to be the best version of myself. I want to have that depth of wisdom, and you do have that depth of wisdom, and that's why you did that. This is definitely your spirit animal in some way, or that's just who you represent, right? Is the whale. It's like, oh, that gentle giant. It's knowing the depths, knowing the darkness, knowing, within ourselves and in the earth, knowing that darkness exists, but being so balanced, knowing that light exists as well, coming up for the light, right? Getting to breathe in that air and then taking it down. It's like that alchemy. Wow. And bringing that light into the depths and becoming such a gentle, loving human because of it. I'm going to read you the meaning of this card. Okay. I can't believe that another whale came out. And that card, like, it's just so, you've been going on such a deep inner journey, and they really just want to, acknowledge that. The humpback whale traverses great oceans with a calm and gentle ease. The embodiment of going with the flow, he is connected to the deep rhythms and truths of the universe. As the stars sway above him in the eternal cycle of the Milky Way, the moon governs the tides of the seas and the routines of his daily life. When the whale is connected and attuned to the harmonies of life, he always moves easily in the right direction. Reidho oversees the journey. There is a calm, confident, ordered energy to this rune. It references forward motion. Yep, we see that here. Okay, forward motion and the ability to achieve your goals by being in the right place at the right time. Beautiful. Take ownership and control of your story. You are the leader of your life, and developing a true and reliable inner compass is your greatest asset. Wow. And keywords, it says journey, natural rhythms, action, movement, right path. Wow. So you have been learning how to trust yourself, how to trust your intuition, how to trust your path, knowing exactly the right moves for you and the right direction for you to take. And now the movement is coming in. Now we get to come out for air. We get to come out to the light. We are done with all of the, really the depths having to go so deep and dark. And now it's time to move. We're coming out of stillness into movement. Okay, and I feel like this is going to go great with your next part of your reading, which is your outer world, how this is going to get reflected in the outer for you. So let's check that out for you guys. This is really, really such a beautiful reading. Okay. Okay, so in your outer world, the card that you guys have is the fox. Okay. this is like, I feel like shrewdness, like good business, being very smart, being very clever within the moves that you make. Let me see here. Okay, so yeah, you guys could be really coming into, I feel like everything you've been going through has been making this situation for yourself. It's been creating you into a wise teacher, really. I think you have been being trained to become a teacher of some kind. And that could be, you know, as far as a career, you could be becoming a teacher of some kind, or a counselor, someone people can look up to, because you have such a depth of wisdom and knowledge. But that could also be like a parent, okay? Because this card can also talk about great partnerships and being a great partner, being a loyal partner. So there is that aspect to it as well. So we're going to get more cards, okay? And really see what area of life is shifting the most for you. Wow. 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 Look at that. Your first two cards. Okay, your first card came out was the Sun, all right? And then again with the Five of Pentacles, which was also in your inner reading. The Sun, okay, that means this is healing in your life. That feeling of lack, of being left out in the cold, maybe being alone. Okay, feeling like your experience is really hard on you. Like you can't get ahead, right? The Sun is coming in here to melt all of this coldness away. That is what's shifting in your outer world. You're no longer going to experience lack, loneliness. Okay, this is coming in to melt this away. Look how opposite these cards are, and they came out together, right? It's like no more, no more. You are going to experience so much beauty, so much happiness, so much light. Yeah, I feel like it's going to hit multiple levels of your life. Like if you have been in a time of maybe you're single, you know, and it's been hard to meet people because you've been maybe having to heal a lot. That is changing, okay? You are going to meet friends, you're going to meet that partner, relationships, people are going to start coming into your life. It's whatever area you've been feeling lack, that is what is changing. That is, the Sun is finally coming up on your life situation. And that could be in multiple places, right? That could be in relationship and in your, you know, your money situation, your finances, okay? It's finally you're coming out of that darkness, okay? Are you kidding me? Wow, 10 of Cups. Okay, yeah. You have really, in your time alone, have been, you've been learning so many great things that's going to make you such an amazing partner, an amazing parent, an amazing person. And now success is coming to you, okay? 10 of Cups, you cannot get happier than that. That is the highest level of emotional fulfillment, okay? And it doesn't have to be a family for all of you, but this is just in whatever's going to make you the most happy, okay? The most fulfilled. So you are being fulfilled in your career, fulfilled in your personal life, fulfilled in your family, fulfilled in your home life, whatever that looks like for you, okay? This is feeling finally like, oh, the sun is out. I feel secure. I feel overjoyed. I feel overwhelming love and happiness and peace. And like, I have my people around me. We're supporting each other. I feel so fulfilled. I have the dream that I've always dreamt of, you know, while I was in this place. That hope, I kept that little hope alive. I kept my dream. I was dreaming of this. And now this is what is shifting. Now this is finally coming into your life for you. And it's going to feel so good. And you're going to be that much more appreciative of it, because you know what it's like to not have it. And look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? This is a new beginning, a new financially rewarding beginning. This is an opportunity. This is an offer of money in some way. So that could be a job offer. That could be, you know, you finally getting recognition, reward for your creation, for your business is finally picking up, taking off. It's just time, because your inner world is no longer believing these beliefs of lack, these thoughts of lack. You've changed within, and so your outer world is now shifting, and you're getting a lot more financial abundance, income. Okay, wow, beautiful, beautiful energy. So do not worry if you're still in this Five of Pentacles energy. This is shifting for you very, very soon. All right, we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, no longer feeling trapped, no longer feeling like I can't move, like I can't get to the place I want to get to. Like maybe I've been feeling shy. I've been feeling like I can't connect with people. I don't feel ready to like leave my cave. My thoughts are, you know, I feel like these are a lot of limiting belief thoughts that have been keeping you stuck, that have been keeping you in this place. And because you've changed that, everything's changing. Everything is changing. And no longer will you ever have to stay stuck in any place ever again without, you're no longer going to be, you know, living without connection, living without, you know, the financial means. You are being set free. Wow, look at that. Six of Cups. Yeah. A lot of you are going to be creating a family very soon. Okay, and that's going to hugely, hugely create such a blessing in your life and such a divine purpose for you in your life. You are, you know, the fox is a teacher, okay? It's a beautiful partner. It's that loving, loyal, fair partnership. And so a lot of you could either be having a child, or you could be working with children, or helping maybe inner child healing or something along those lines. Whatever it is that you healed within yourself, I feel like you're really going to help others do that in some capacity in your job. And if it's not, it's within your own personal life. It's like you're now passing down beauty instead of hurt, instead of, you know, lack, instead of limiting beliefs. It's like you have healed yourself in such a deep, beautiful sense. And now you get to pass down that beauty to others as a true, noble, honorable teacher that wants to help in the best way. And because you've helped yourself, you can now help others do that and create joy and fulfillment in your own life, but also create that within others' lives around you. And you're going to get paid at the same time. Like, you are going to be financially stable and secure, and super, super happy and very fulfilled in this next shift in your life. We have the Wheel of Fortune. That is the card of shifting. Okay, there's a huge, massive shift coming out of darkness, coming out of lack, coming out of insecurity, and that feeling of trapped, and that feeling of I can't be who I want to be, I can't live the life I want to live, to completely shifting that within yourself and coming into the light, coming into the happiness, coming into that, you know, that secured family, that fulfillment, that job that I've always wanted to do, that's helping other people, helping myself, helping others. And it's this beautiful, like, circular thing where the more I help others, the more I feel fulfilled. And there is no better career, in my opinion, than a career of helping others in such a beautiful way in which their lives improve, and therefore, you feel extremely, extremely satisfied within yourself, within the life that you chose, and feeling so grateful for the sacrifices that you made in the past, not wanting to change it for anything, because it created such a hugely incredible reality for yourself that now is like it's a stable foundation. It's a place where I know I'll never return back here because I've learned what I needed to. I've gained the lessons, and so my experience gets to be something beautiful. I don't have to go back down. It's a new plateau of experience, right? It's a stable place. And it's because of you've created this. Wow. That is amazing. Let's get some oracle cards for you. That's interesting. They don't want to go to oracle cards. They want to go to a different tarot deck. Okay. So what does pile number 2 need to know about this external shift? This beautiful external shift. Becoming a wise teacher, becoming a wise leader. Okay, so you have the 5 of Swords with comparison. So they're basically just telling you don't compare yourself to anyone. Okay, every path is unique. And wow, nice. You have this 6 of Wands. Okay, so they always say as comparison is the thief of joy, right? So learning not to compare yourself anymore, not to compare your experience or like, oh, I'm this age, I should be further along by now. It's you had to go through what you had to go through to become who you are, to do what it is you do. And that's going to look different than so many other people's paths because you have a unique purpose here. You are unique. And so you can't compare yourself to anyone else or anyone's path to yours. Everyone is so different and unique in their own way and equally beautiful. Like we have a bamboo tree and I'm going to guess and say, like, let's say this is an oak tree or a maple tree. I'm not sure. But, each are equally beautiful in their own ways, right? I would never want to sacrifice either of these trees. I would never even say one is more beautiful than the other because they're so different and unique, and they bring such a individualistic experience to the table, right? Like bamboo is amazing. Like pandas would not be happy if there was no bamboo, right? Squirrels would not be happy if there was no oak or maple trees. Like they each bring such a beautiful and unique thing to earth. And we would be very, very, it would be very disappointing to not have one of these things, right? We would never want to sacrifice either of these for the other. And they each play such an important role on earth and in our lives. And you have the 6 of Wands with success. This is you overcoming so many self-limiting beliefs, so much defeat, so much failures. This is you overcoming all of that, having the success, having the recognition, being seen for a job well done, having that victory after such a difficult period of life, having to struggle, having to, heal so much about ourselves, having to change so many thoughts. And celebration. You are going to be celebrating very soon. Okay, this is that gratitude. This is, yes, You know, I've done it. I feel so accomplished. And I feel like you're going to have other people looking to you as a teacher. You're going to be recognized for some kind of work that you do, and it's going to bring in other like minds and kindred souls to you that are going to feel like your true tribe, your true people, and you guys are going to help each other grow and come up, okay? And that could be within your family as well. But it's finally feeling like I've accomplished what I came here to do. I'm feeling on top of the world. I'm feeling, yes, it was so worth it. I'm so grateful for every single experience. And yeah, I feel like you really are going to be able to pass those teachings down. You're going to be well known for something in your life, for something that you do, you teach, you are, you create, okay? So enjoy it. There is going to be celebrating very, very soon in your life. This is what is shifting in your life currently. So enjoy it. Have fun with it. You know, take in every single moment with gratitude and love. And yeah, that's all you can do. Enjoy this. It's going to be incredible. So that was your reading, pile 2. Thank you so much for coming today. To your reading, and if this did resonate with you, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading, and please leave a comment. Shout out pile 2. Let me know, what it's been like going through all of these things, if you feel open to share, and have you come up the other side? Is this already shifting in your life? I would love to hear about it if you are open to sharing. And if you want to know more about your own situation, we can get into many different areas of your life in one reading. You can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next reading. All of my love, pile 2. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Hummingbird Spirit card, this is how you are shifting within yourself. And the Hummingbird card talks about finding the beauty in the everyday and the things that are small. And it's like having a constant practice or knowing what it is you have to do on a daily basis to give yourself that nectar, to give yourself that boost of positive energy, that boost of love. It's like finding the nectar and knowing exactly where to go to get it. So I feel like you guys have really gotten your practice down pat. Like, you know what you have to do day to day to make yourself feel your best. You have to, let's say you meditate every day to get that spiritual center, you get grounded. And then it's like taking care of yourself to making sure you are feeling and acting your best. So I feel like you have really been getting those things for yourself down pat, and it's just like a lot of positivity and great creative energy, forward movement. So that is your inner world. Your outer world is just behind here, and we will reveal it after we do your reading for your inner world, okay? So Spirit's going to guide us to your deck. We're doing all tarot cards first today. Spirit has been pretty consistent that way. Okay, your first card out of the deck. So before I give you your cards, I feel like you guys are already at a level of mastery. Like, you've already reached a level of mastery, I'm feeling, within yourself, and now it's like time to even step up further to even grander scale of mastery and of creative power, because you have really gotten your methods down, your practices down. And so your first card out of the deck that came at the bottom is the King of Wands, which is creative mastery. Okay, he knows the discipline he has to put in. He knows, where to put his focus to get the outcome that he wants. He is, so in tune to his creative power. He acts when he is inspired, in excitement. He has that drive. He has that motivation to act when it's necessary to act, and to really listen to those creative, intuitive impulses within him, to get the best outcomes and to just make himself feel his best and feel the most like himself. All right, so for my pile 3s, thank you. Yeah, look at that. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I already feel like it's in your hand. Like it's like you've reached a new level of confidence within yourself. It's like you're already at a pretty stable place, and I feel like now it's just rising to a new level of stability. So it's like you're kind of coming already from, or starting from, a pretty stable place, a place where, like, you know your skills, you know your abilities, you know they can bring you income at a certain level. But now it's like it's a newly discovered version of that. So it's like an even higher version, and it's like, yeah, you already have something in your hand. You already have something of value that you're working on. You already, have a level of confidence that you, and of your skill, of your talent, of your ability, of yourself as a person, as a human being. Like, I know I am worthy. I know I'm confident in what I do. I am, confident in myself. And so, yeah, so you already have a certain level achieved, but now it's like, it's an even extra layer onto that. And we have the 8 of Cups. So yeah, still having to leave behind maybe something that wasn't. So this could be a belief system or an emotional place within yourself that you are now reaching above. That it's like a plateau of success that maybe you've gotten to, that you can get better in, or that you can do better, or that you can achieve more. And so that's going to require you to leave a certain place, person, thing behind, a belief, a level of achievement behind, because you know that you are worth more, because you know that you can achieve more, that there is more out there for you. Okay. And so with the Ace, we have a new beginning here, or, a new level, a new, opportunity, and that's going to require us to leave something behind. And because this is within you, I really do feel like it's maybe you're like, okay, maybe you've achieved a certain goal or wish, right? And maybe that was as high as you could dream before, and you achieved it. And now you're like, okay, well, now that I'm here, I actually want to go here. Or now that I'm here, I can dream bigger. And so I want to go to this next level, or this new place, and or try out this other thing. So it's that, and it's like, yeah, I'm like, it's not like I'm unhappy, or I'm not grateful or anything like that. But it's like, but I know there's more out there for me. I know that I'm worthy of more. I know I can achieve more. I know my dreams are kind of, reaching new heights. They're kind of getting bigger and larger. And so I have to follow that. I have to keep going, and I have to kind of leave this level of success behind so that I can grow in new and exciting ways. Okay. Leaving behind a comfort zone. Yeah. And when we challenge ourselves, creatively, or in our outer world, it's going to help our inner world. And that's what I feel like with you. It's like, I feel like, because inside you have reached a level of success, of confidence, right? You know what you have to do in order to get things. But now I feel like you have to challenge yourself in new ways, because there's an even, more beautiful grove of flowers out there, or one that you just want to taste. And so you have to put yourself in uncomfortable. You have to kind of reach into a new place within yourself and within life, so that you can taste this new grove of flowers, so that you can have this new experience. And exactly, with the Fool, like, you have to take a leap of faith, right? There's a leap of faith that is that is wanting you to reach for it. There is something inviting you to challenge you to go into new areas of life, into a new experience, that you have to leave something behind in order to try something else new. And so that is going to really help you elevate to the next level creatively and in the confidence, in your talent, in your skill, in your ability. We have the Four of Cups because it's like you'll get bored, and I feel like you might be getting bored because you've accomplished already something. You've already reached a level of skill, of, you know, success in some way. And so we get a little bored when we know it so well, right? And I feel like you're kind of getting to that stagnancy point where you're like, okay, I'm ready for more. I'm ready for something new. Nine of Swords. We have to kind of fight all that doubt or that fear, that worry of starting new, or that worry of being challenged, that worry of leaving something behind, with the risk that we're taking in leaving that behind, but with the faith that there's something better and more challenging that's going to help us grow us into even better versions of ourselves, into even more masterful versions of ourselves, into more success in the, you know, material, right? And we have to fight off those demons of, well, what if I risk this and I don't get what I'm looking for, or I don't accomplish what I hoped I would, right? What if I give up something and I don't get something better in return, right? That's kind of the fear here. But those are just imaginary. Those are just thoughts. They're imaginary monsters in our heads that we have to really not listen to, that we have to fight off and switch them for positive. Like, I am being guided for a reason, okay? There is a new beginning for me that's going to help me expand creatively, expand in my inner confidence, expand myself and my knowledge and my inner worth. And, you know, it's going to allow me this new opportunity to grow so that I don't get bored or stagnant or stay in one place, stay in one level of experience. I want to grow. I want to keep expanding and keep evolving, right? So there is an invitation to evolve here, okay? And we're going to get some, we're going to go into Oracle cards now. What do my pile threes need to know? Thank you. Contemplation, yes. Gaining overview, detached observation, increased understanding, solitude, integration through reflection. So this is saying, like, we're in this time of contemplation and we're contemplating something. And that could mean, like, maybe this leap of faith is you kind of maybe going off on your own, doing your own thing completely, where maybe you're leaving behind a job that is kind of secure for you, right? It's been secure, but you know that you can do it on your own, and you can actually be more successful or have more income, have more creative control if you go off on your own, right? So, and that's a scary thing is can I do this on my own? Can I trust myself to be successful? Like, will this work? Right? So we have to do those contemplative periods where we kind of like, I feel like you have to kind of take the emotions out of it and just say, like, you know, I am ready for this. I'm ready to go off and show myself that I can do this. I have the strength, right? You're increasing your knowledge. You're increasing your abilities and your confidence within yourself by doing this, by trusting yourself with this. Okay. Wow, this is a lot of cards. I don't know if we're going to fit all these. Oops. But we will try. Oops. I don't know if below's gonna do anything, so. All right, so you have innocence, a trusting nature, originality, spontaneity, open-heartedness, simplicity, the unexpected. Yeah, I feel like you've reached a new level of like creativity within yourself. You've really connected to that inner child, that childlike spirit that is kind of like playful in the moment, getting all of the inspiration that simplicity and the moments can find. Like, I feel like you're very much moment by moment kind of person, like, wow, finding little beauty in all nature and really finding the gifts that are there for you to uncover, right? And that makes you super original, and that's what's going to make you very successful, is that part of you, that open nature, that originality, that open-heartedness, right? And it's going to lead you to a lot of unexpected beauty and financial, reward. Okay, so we have dispersion, diffuse negativity, yes, restore harmony, circulate, revitalize, dissolve, dilute divisions, lighten up. So it's asking you to make sure you're putting that childlike spirit first, lightening up, and not letting your fears overcome you, not letting your fears stop you from going in this new direction, from starting something new, or from taking this leap of faith in some way. They're saying, like, lighten up the energy, and maybe that means you doing things that connect you with that inner child of yours, which is like some kind of creative pursuit, maybe going out in nature, but really finding the beauty in the small things, and those will guide your way, right? Being present with the moment. And look at this. Completion, final attainment, victory, a crescendo, a job well done, perfection, peak performance, prudence. You've reached a new level, and you're like literally crossing a finish line, and this is going to rise your success. This is going to raise you up to a new level of experience. You have come to a completion of a certain time in your life, and if you keep it here, you're just going to find boredom and dissatisfaction. And so you have to challenge yourself. It's like, let's say this guy just finished a 500-meter race, right? He's not going to, and he came in first, right? He smashed it. He's not going to stay at 500 meters forever. He's got to challenge himself to the next level. He's going to challenge himself to the 1500 meter, right? He's like, okay, now I have to challenge myself in a new way to reach a new plateau. And so I'm going to go to the next level. And maybe in that next level, he has to practice a little bit. Maybe he doesn't come in first every single time, but you are creating that mastery within yourself to keep challenging yourself so that you do become the master and you keep mastering. And then you just grow yourself into such a beautiful character and confidence and mastery within yourself. Okay, and then your final card is the taming power of the small. Self-restraint, self-sufficiency, careful preparations, resourcefulness, minor impediments, adaptability. So this really reminds me of that hummingbird spirit, right? It's that small but mighty. And I think all of the small details and all of these small things that you've been working on that seemingly small are going to add up to the biggest changes within yourself. And don't worry if you're like, I'm just one small person, or I'm just, this small aspect of this greater whole, or like what I do just seems like it doesn't seem big enough yet. It's like, there's something about that where maybe you are working with someone or with people or in a job, and it was like maybe a big company or something, and you're like, well, if I go off on my own, I'm just one small person. How much success can I really achieve? But this is saying something small, something that begins as something small grows into something so huge, right? So they're like, allow yourself to go to this new level, even if you feel like a small fish in a big pond, or even if you feel like you don't have the whatever it is to achieve what you want. They're like, you have to start somewhere, and you are building into that. And so you have to leave something in order to take a chance on something, in order to grow yourself and this thing into something bigger. And you will do it piece by piece. They're like, small step by small step. Just take the small steps forward. And you will find over time, you just create this massive work of art, you create this massive foundational change for yourself that you know, allows you to become this huge master in this industry or in this, you know, area of life. Whoa, beautiful. Okay, so that is your inner shift that is happening. You're reaching new plateaus, and it's interesting because yours really, your inner and outer, I feel like, are direct reflections already. Like there's certain piles that like it's starting to reflect, but I feel like your inner and outer are already so connected that like whenever you have an inner shift, it's going to almost immediately reflect in the outer world. And so you are ready to take things to a new level. You are ready to grow in new ways, reach new levels of success and confidence within yourself. Okay, so your outer world card is this stingray. Beautiful. And you know what the stingray, this card talks about? It talks about having to challenge ourselves in new ways in order to grow. Okay, so leaving a comfort zone, exactly what we've been talking about. All right, so this is asking you, this is saying your next shift, okay, is a challenge for you. It's going to challenge you in new and exciting ways in order for you to grow, in order for you to reach even higher levels of success, of stability, new levels of life. Okay, so let's see which cards. All right, we're gonna go to this deck. Okay, this card is at the bottom. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Huge shift. Okay, Wheel of Fortune has come up in every single pile so far. So there is massive change, okay, in your outer world. You're going to see such massive shifts happening. Let's see what these shifts specific. Wow, you got the Four of Cups again. So if you have been feeling stagnant, bored, like you've kind of hit a maybe like a dead end or a wall, or so like, you know, I'm ready. This is saying you're ready to move on. You've been feeling like you haven't been challenged lately, like things have kind of just lulled. They're feeling a little bit monotonous to you now. So this is shifting so that you get a new level experience, because now you're very comfortable at this level. And so we're going to shift that so that, you know, life becomes more exciting, more challenging, you know. Yes, King of Pentacles. We are raising in vibration. We are raising our level of comfortability, of stability, of finances. We are growing with the tree to new heights here. We are creating an even more solid and stable future for ourselves. We are creating more solid places within ourselves and trust that we can create this very, very stable life for ourselves, that we are able to do that. We have the Hierophant, you know, becoming wise counsel, becoming a, you know, maybe a teacher for some of you, becoming someone like a leader in some sense, in some way, where maybe you're like, you're the person people turn to in a certain field. Okay, it's like this whole shift is happening so that you come into a very heightened level of what it is you do. You are becoming someone people come to for advice on this topic, or as an example. You are like an example for others to follow within what it is that you do here. Yeah, you are definitely someone that can teach or that can help, an example to follow. Okay. Eight of Wands. A lot of fast forward movement from a place of stuckness, of stillness, of stagnancy, to like major fast moves. Okay, a lot of progress, a lot of exciting new discoveries, exciting new directions in which we're moving. This could also be a message heading your way, okay, that's going to alleviate all of this stuckness or boredom. And we have strength. You've been learning a lot about yourself. And I feel like this just talks to the strength of character that you have and the strength of this solid foundation that you are building. All right. That is now wanting to be built through you. It's like, this is not going anywhere, right? This is here to stay. This is something very solid in your life that you can rely upon. And it's because you've shown yourself that you can do this. It's come from you, right? It's come from your strength. You can build this in your life. And it's happening very soon. You're about to come into a new level of experience. And you're going to show yourself that you've got this, that you are the right person for this, that this is like, this is meant for you. Sorry. Okay, the last card you have. Wow, 9 of Cups. Okay, a wish fulfillment, a wish coming true. Yes. This is you coming into union with your wish. All right, so you are being challenged here to try something new, or to go in a new direction, or to go into this new area, come out of this place of this plateau, or this stuckness, this stagnancy, this boredom. You already know it. Challenge yourself to try something new, to go in a new direction, to go off on your own. This is leading you to your dream. Okay, this is, your dream wants to come through now. Your dream wants to come. You're ready to go after this. And so you're going to be very, very well off. Okay, you're going to make a lot of money doing this. You're going to create a lot of stability in your life doing this. You're going to create a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. It's going to be super beautiful. So definitely get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone and just go. When the time comes, and I feel like for a lot of you, this could be a message that comes in, an email, a text, some kind of communication. And as soon as that comes and they're like, all right, are you ready? Or let's go, or it's time, take it, go, because it is leading you to exactly what it is you want. All right. And let's see if we got any more tarot cards or oracle. Okay, this deck has been coming in a lot today. All right, for my pile number 3s, what do they need to know about this outer shift? Oops, okay, that's too many. All right, take these 3. Okay. Yeah, so this is just acknowledging that you are at a standstill right now, or it feels that way. It feels like you're like, okay, I'm bored, I can't move, like I'm at some kind of standstill, maybe at your place of work or where you're at. Maybe you work with someone and it's just not going anywhere, or it's not evolving to the place where you want it to be, or you have a lot more potential than what it's giving you. It's saying, alienation, a stalemate, stagnation, like we were talking about, grind to a halt, mistrust, withholding. Okay. So this is just acknowledging that 4 of Cups energy. That's what this feels like. And that's going to be moving very, very quickly now. And there's going to be a lot more passion here. On the way. It says darkening of the light. Maintain a low profile. Look inward first. Caution and moderation. Difficulty, self-protection. Subdue your brilliance. I feel like you felt like you've had to subdue your brilliance in some way. Maybe in where it is you work, or with someone that you work with. It's like you haven't been able to really shine in the way that you deserve to be, or that you would like to. And you feel like you've had to subdue your brilliance. You feel like you've had to kind of dumb down or diminish yourself in some way just to make people comfortable or to fit in. or to just like fulfill just a role or a job. And then we have treading, conduct, self-awareness, proceed with caution and sensitivity, correct behavior, act responsibly. So I feel like this is saying when you move away from this thing, like they're just saying act responsibly, act with compassion, you know, act with strength and courage. But I would say don't burn any bridges on the way. I think that's just what they're saying. Like, you don't have to put people down in order to move away from this. Or you don't have to create a fight or some kind of turmoil within relationships. But I also feel like this is saying, like, even if you're nervous about this big change or this big move, like, do it slowly and carefully. You don't have to be impulsive, but like, you know, really use your wisdom that you've learned and call upon your guides, and maybe this is a calling upon someone who is a wise counsel for you in your life, and talking it out. You know, you don't have to make this decision alone. You can talk about it with someone who you trust, or, you know, someone who's already achieved something that you want to achieve. Okay, so they're like, you don't have to rush into this. You can take your time. You can proceed with caution. You can, you know, talk to people about it. You can, pick the brains of others that you admire or trust and things like that. Get all the information you need before acting. But there is a massive, massive shift here into a lot more stability, into dream, your dream life, your dream situation, your dream job. And it's looking super, super beautiful. I'm going to get... Okay, we're going to get one last card here for you guys. And this is like the runes deck. So these are little runes. My pile threes. What do they need to know about this outer thank you. Okay, so you have the Othala rune. I'm going to read this out of the deck for you. You've got a little hermit crab. So yeah, coming out of that hermit mode, coming out of your shell, right, into a new shell because you've outgrown the shell that you're in. Right? It's like you've definitely outgrown something here, and it's time for something bigger and better for you. Okay. It says, look at the beautiful home the little hermit crab has inherited from the crab that came before him. If each generation treats this shell with delicacy and contributes their own positive acts of care, upkeep, and enhancement, the ancestral property will remain strong and give strength to the lineage going forward. We have strength and, wow, the lineage going forward. So this is something you could pass down to those after you. Othala asks you to look at your place in time and space, both in terms of the inheritance coming to you and the inheritance you will leave behind. It calls for the wise management of resources. Wow. Keywords: home, inheritance, group prosperity, heritage, ancestors. Wow. Amazing. So this is something that you are growing into a new level of experience, and it almost reminds me of something like you're building in order to pass it down to others. And this could be something that maybe a business that you've inherited, and it's time for you to step up into a boss like position or a higher position within this. But this is saying, yeah, like definitely use your wisdom, treat it with delicacy, right? Like a shell, this is very important. This is something very important to you and something that you want to keep in good stand so that you can pass it down to those that come after you. So using your strength, your patience, your wisdom into making this like incredible. Like this could be you even changing homes. This could change a lot about your life, but you're inheriting something really amazing and beautiful, and know that you can do this, and know that you do have the talent, the strength, and the ability to do this well. okay, to be successful with this. As long as you tread carefully with caution, this is going to flourish and be a beautiful part of your life. It's going to be a dream come true. Okay, my pile number 3s, that was your reading today about these big shifts happening in your life. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. Also, leave a comment shouting out pile 3. Let me know what this is. What are you inheriting? What are you moving up into? Do you already have an idea of what this is? Do you have an inkling? I would love, love, love to know. What are you leaving behind? All of that, if you'd like to share. Makes my day to see your guys' comments. And yeah, I love it so much. And if you would like to know more about your own situation, you can ask so many questions you can ask about all different kinds of areas of life. As much as we can get done in an hour. You can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. We go into as much detail as you'd like to go into. We don't leave a topic until you are completely satisfied and have all of your questions answered. So if you would like to do that, you know what to do. Go into the description box. You can book that with me. And otherwise, I will see you guys on the next reading. All right? All of my love. Peace. So the fish spirit talks about, you know, it loves movement and it go, 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 but then it kind of loses its sense of direction and it needs to set clear goals. So maybe you felt like life has felt a little bit unclear, a little bit wishy-washy, without the movement. We see the moon here and it's almost like maybe you've been in a time of reflection, of unknown, of like having to look within, without a lot of movement. And maybe that's kind of made you feel a little lost in your direction. And so this is what's shifting. So let's get more information on that for you guys. I'm gonna cover this. Okay, so where are we going with pile number 4? We're gonna go here. Okay, you guys got the as above, so below deck. Okay. Wow, very nice. Very, very nice energy to begin with. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is more balance coming in. This is getting more energy back. I feel like we've been putting in maybe a lot of energy. Maybe we've been feeding one part of our mind so much and not the other. Or one part of life, like maybe a lot of action without having to reflect. And so that might be why we've been taken without such clear goals and stuff like that. Maybe we've kind of lost our balance a little bit, but I see that coming back in, okay? We're being nourished in new ways and balance is stepping in. You know, fairness is stepping in. Getting physical energy back for all of the emotional energy that we've been putting into something. Okay, and look at that. 10 of Pentacles, okay? Maybe you've been feeling a bit of lack financially, but I feel like this is you've been building up, this might be a dream that you've had, like financial and loving stability within a family unit, okay? This is you feeling so secure, so stable, doing the things that you know will bring you complete contentment and yeah, just stability within, stability emotionally within yourself. So I feel like you've been feeding the right things, like you've been feeding those highest goals, those highest accomplishments, those things that truly mean something to you. I'm just gonna move my light here so I don't get such a, oh no, it's not from this one. Okay, sorry about the glare here. But yeah, this is like reaching the highest point of like solidness within yourself. Like there's nothing more solid than the 10 of Pentacles as far as emotional and financial. So I feel like within yourself, you've been feeding the right things that now you're like an unmovable rock. Like you've really taken this time of maybe this time of not having a lot of answers, of feeling a little lost, and you still kept building, you still kept feeding the right things within yourself. The goals, you've kept your eyes focused, you've kept your intentions clear, and you're like a super solid person, someone who's very reliable, because you're reliable for yourself. Wow, look at that, the stars. Yeah, keeping your eyes on the prize, your eyes on the dream, keeping your eyes on joy, on happiness, even if your outer world didn't reflect that, all the time. It's like you always kept your eyes on what you wanted to accomplish. You always kept it hopeful. You always kept it light. Your inner world is a beautiful place to be. It is a beautiful place to be. There's no like I feel like you can tell exactly when you're out of balance, and you know, okay, now I need to feed this part of myself. Okay, it's no longer out of balance where I'm like always trying to act, or I'm always going within and I'm not acting when I feel like I should. I feel like you've completely kind of mastered the balance of, okay, I mastered this dance of achieving my dreams. So I know when I have to go within, and I know when I have to come out and act upon something. It's like, it's having that North Star shining so bright and being such a clear, like going from no clarity to having the most clarity of vision, having complete clarity of my path, where I'm headed, what I have to do at what time. Okay, and we have the King of Wands, exactly, stepping into leadership, having that new level of confidence to even speak our minds or to say what's on our mind at any point. Being so balanced that I have no problem expressing myself. I have no problem trusting in what I feel, trusting in my intuition, trusting in my thoughts and my guidance that I'm getting. And I feel like other people are going to start listening to you as well, because you have such conviction and you have such wisdom, and you're so balanced. Look at that, Three of Pentacles. You're very, very creative here with the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. You're building your life into something that you never want a vacation from. You don't need a vacation from. You're building your life into something that's a masterpiece. Your inner world is a masterpiece, and I feel like that's about to be reflected in your outer world in such a beautiful way. It's like you really create your inner world to be such a beautiful place to be, and you do that in your outer as well. It's like that. Yeah, it's like you don't want to hide from yourself anymore. You have nothing that you're uncomfortable looking at. You're like, wow, I love myself. I'm a work of art. Like, I love what I've done with the place. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot of room for everyone who wants involved in this. I feel like you're building something from the inside out that's going to be a very supportive place even for other people to be a part of, like a family or a community. Yeah, and you're super creative, and I feel like you want life to reflect that creativity and that beauty and that joy. And these came out together, so we have the Ace of Pentacles here, okay, and then Page of Swords. So this is you getting a new beginning or an opportunity, an offer that's going to help create and manifest something that you've been wishing for, a manifestation you've been putting out there, okay? A wish that you've been putting out there. A wish with the star, right? It's like you've wished upon a star. You've put something out into the universe. Your good intentions, okay? It's like you're projecting the best version of you outward. And in doing that, you're going to receive the opportunities necessary for you to be able to create these dreams in the outer world. Your inner world is such a beautiful place to be, and such a solid place, such a hopeful place, such a place of clarity and vision and beauty, that now it's going to start coming back to you in the physical. It's because you've put it out there. You've you know, you've prayed, you've gone within, you've made your inner world such a beautiful place that now in the outer world, it's like, it can't help it, but it's got to come back and reflect to you, right? You put out your wish and here it is. It's coming in. That's amazing. So let's get some more oracle cards for you guys. Okay, we're gonna go straight to the rune deck. So can we please get a rune for my pile fours on their inner transformation, on their inner shift? What do they need to know about this inner shift? Okay, you have the Awaz rune. All right, I'm gonna look into the book for that one. I'll read it to you guys. It's actually the cover of the book. Very cool. Here. It says, the bright-eyed little black kitten is wise beyond its years as he holds the wisdom of many lives. Like Tarot's death card, black cats are often erroneously viewed with fear, but this kitten knows the beauty of transformation. With every new life, he moves closer to enlightenment. Wow. Awaz was both a serious nature and the light. Has both a serious nature and the light, swift energy of renewal, a rune representing the mysteries of life and death. Awaz speaks of things timeless, eternal, and immortal. It deals with our initiation into the mysteries of life, and it brings a message that there will be a testing and transformation. It is a symbol of death and rebirth. So the keywords are magic, liberation, rebirth, spiritual awakening, and protection. So there is a massive, I feel like, massive transformation that you've been going through within. And I feel like this is a beautiful thing. Like, this transformation, from what I can see, is so huge. And I think you are becoming a master of some kind. Like, you are truly gaining so much wisdom. With the moon here, it's like you've really dived into the depths of the mysteries within yourself and the wisdoms that yourself and that life has been wanting to give you. And I feel like you make it into something so beautiful. Even the darkest parts of you can create beautiful art out of it. You can, you make it into something that is beneficial for yourself and for other people. And that is incredible. It's incredible. You use the darkness into your benefit to like create your dreams and to create beauty. And I feel you're definitely reaching a new level of illumination, a new strength within spiritually, a clarity of self, a clarity of your path, of who you are, what you're here to do, and what you can accomplish, what you can create. Yeah, you're stepping up. It's like, and look, it's like that transformation, right? That phoenix rising up out of the fire, out of the ashes of the old. You are stepping out of this time of maybe mystery, of not knowing, into like such confidence, such clarity of my path, movement forward, clarity of who I am and what I'm here to accomplish and do. And that newfound confidence within myself, that newfound, I know who I am and I know what I can do, and no one can tell me different. Being so solid in that knowing of who you are. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, can we get any? Yeah. We're going to get an archetype card. This is your final oracle for this one. Okay, so we have addict, light attribute. Helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Shadow attribute. Compromises integrity and honesty. Allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. And so for me, this really feels like you have overcome many of maybe your darker traits. We have the water again. So it's like, it's almost as though you are so solid within that, any kind of emotional experience or that you've had or that you will have, you don't allow it to overtake you. You have this inner strength, this inner knowing that it's almost, to me, this almost reminds me of like a water bender. Okay, some kind of like element bender. Like you're that powerful. You're that powerful that you can put your will upon something and it won't affect you as much. You are that solid. You're that solid, stable person and being within yourself that whatever comes and tries to like affect you, it just won't. It'll go right over you because you have the tools, you have the knowledge, you've gained the lessons and the experiences to know you're like, okay, no, this is not going to overtake me. This is not going to affect me. I know what I have to do. I can easily get through this. I can easily come out of this unscathed. It's just that really solid, because you've confronted all of the darkness within yourself. And maybe you have overcome something really big, maybe an addiction to something, or something that really maybe had control over your life. And you were like, no, I'm putting a stop to this, right? And it could even be like, before maybe you were scared of the unknown or of change. And now you're like, because you've gone through, you had to sit in that uncomfortability. Now it doesn't affect you, right? You're like, I can take this on, no problem. I have no fear here, right? You can take it on. It can roll right over your back. Beautiful. Okay, so that is the shift happening within you. So now we're going to look at the shift happening outside of you. How your outer reality is changing and shifting. Okay. You guys are actually the only pile that you got 2 outer shifting cards, okay? So you have the elk and you have the dolphin. Wow. Amazing. So the elk talks about like a very solid, stable character. I feel like you're creating a lot of stability in your outer life. And this also talks about being like a mother or fatherly figure, someone who's like reliable. And I feel like your outer world's going to start being a lot more reliable. For some of you, you could be literally becoming a parent, okay, and stepping into parenthood. But that's not for everyone, okay? That could just be a reflection of the energy that's happening, that it's going to be a lot more stable, secure, something you can rely upon. And then we have the dolphin, which is like super fun, friendliness, creativity. Like it's just so much harmony and love and joy. So I feel like life's about to get a lot more stable, but a lot more fun and exciting and joyful. Maybe a lot more friendships that feel really positive and like that soul connection. So we're going to go to, okay, this is going to be your deck. Yeah. Okay. So this is the after tarot. So what can we tell pile 4s about the shift happening in their outer world? What is the shift happening in their outer world, please? Thank you. Okay, so you have the Hermit. All right. Shift happening in their outer world. So let's get some more oracle cards for you guys. Okay, we're gonna go straight to the rune deck. So can we please get a rune for my pile 4s on their inner transformation, on their inner shift? What do they need to know about this inner shift? Okay, you have the Awaz rune. All right, I'm gonna look into the book for that one. read it to you guys. It's actually the cover of the book. Very cool. Here. It says, the bright-eyed little black kitten is wise beyond its years as he holds the wisdom of many lives. Like Tarot's death card, black cats are often erroneously viewed with fear, but this kitten knows the beauty of transformation. With every new life, he moves closer to enlightenment. Wow. Awaz was both a serious nature and the light. Has both a serious nature and the light, swift energy of renewal, a rune representing the mysteries of life and death. Awaz speaks of things timeless, eternal, and immortal. It deals with our initiation into the mysteries of life, and it brings a message that there will be a testing and transformation. It is a symbol of death and rebirth. So the keywords are magic, liberation, rebirth, spiritual awakening, and protection. So there is a massive, I feel like, massive transformation that you've been going through within. And I feel like this is a beautiful thing. Like, this transformation, from what I can see, is so huge. And I think you are becoming a master of some kind. Like, you are truly gaining so much wisdom. With the moon here, it's like you've really dived into the depths of the mysteries within yourself and the wisdoms that yourself and that life has been wanting to give you. And I feel like you make it into something so beautiful. Even the darkest parts of you can create beautiful art out of it. You can, you make it into something that is beneficial for yourself and for other people. And that is incredible. It's incredible. You use the darkness into your benefit to like create your dreams and to create beauty. And I feel you're definitely reaching a new level of illumination, a new strength within spiritually, a clarity of self, a clarity of your path, of who you are, what you're here to do, and what you can accomplish, what you can create. Yeah, you're stepping up. It's like, and look, it's like that transformation, right? That phoenix rising up out of the fire, out of the ashes of the old. You are stepping out of this time of maybe mystery, of not knowing, into like such confidence, such clarity of my path, movement forward, clarity of who I am and what I'm here to accomplish and do. And that newfound confidence within myself, that newfound, I know who I am and I know what I can do, and no one can tell me different. Being so solid in that knowing of who you are. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, can we get any? Yeah. We're going to get an archetype card. This is your final oracle for this one. Okay, so we have addict, light attribute. Helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Shadow attribute. Compromises integrity and honesty. Allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. And so for me, this really feels like you have overcome many of maybe your darker traits. We have the water again. So it's like, it's almost as though you are so solid within that any kind of emotional experience or that you've had or that you will have, you don't allow it to overtake you. You have this inner strength, this inner knowing that it's almost, to me, this almost reminds me of like a water bender. Okay, some kind of like element bender. Like you're that powerful. You're that powerful that you can put your will upon something and it won't affect you as much. You are that solid. You're that solid, stable person and being within yourself that whatever comes and tries to like affect you, it just won't. It'll go right over you because you have the tools, you have the knowledge, you've gained the lessons and the experiences to know you're like, okay, no, this is not going to overtake me. This is not going to affect me. I know what I have to do. I can easily get through this. I can easily come out of this unscathed. It's just that really solid, because you've confronted all of the darkness within yourself. And maybe you have overcome something really big, maybe an addiction to something, or something that really maybe had control over your life. And you were like, no, I'm putting a stop to this, right? And it could even be like, before maybe you were scared of the unknown or of change. And now you're like, because you've gone through, you had to sit in that uncomfortability, now it doesn't affect you, right? You're like, I can take this on, no problem. I have no fear here, right? You can take it on. It can roll right over your back. Beautiful. Okay, so that is the shift happening within you. So now we're going to look at the shift happening outside of you. How your outer reality is changing and shifting. Okay. You guys are actually the only pile that you got 2 outer shifting cards, okay? So you have the elk and you have the dolphin. Wow. Amazing. So the elk talks about like a very solid, stable character. I feel like you're creating a lot of stability in your outer life. And this also talks about being like a mother or fatherly figure, someone who's like reliable. And I feel like your outer world's going to start being a lot more reliable. For some of you, you could be literally becoming a parent, okay, and stepping into parenthood. But that's not for everyone, okay? That could just be a reflection of the energy that's happening, that it's going to be a lot more stable, secure, something you can rely upon. And then we have the dolphin, which is like super fun, friendliness, creativity. Like it's just so much harmony and love and joy. So I feel like life's about to get a lot more stable, but a lot more fun and exciting and joyful. Maybe a lot more friendships that feel really positive and like that soul connection. So we're going to go to... Okay, this is going to be your deck. Yeah. Okay. So this is the After Tarot. So what can we tell Pile 4s about the shift happening in their outer world? What is the shift happening in their outer world, please? Thank you. Okay, so you have the Hermit. All right. Shift happening in their outer world. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Three of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Three of Cups been coming out a lot today. And we have 2 here. We have the Knight of Cups and we have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, I really feel like it's switching. So you may have been in a time of great reflection or learning a lot about yourself, a lot about your inner world and becoming that solid figure, right? Solid within yourself, knowing yourself on a deep level. And I feel like now it's switching. It's like the balance now is now going the other way, where I feel like there's going to be, there's definitely going to be movement in a new direction or with a new beginning, a new adventure in some way. You're starting something new. So that could be creatively, that could be you're going somewhere new to meet new people. Okay, that those friendships, those people that are really going to be there for you. Those people that are really going to feel like friends, true friends and family, your soul family. Okay, we see that again here. It could involve you traveling. Okay, and it's interesting because we had the star in the last reading, and then we have the hermit here. The hermit carries the star within his lantern, and it's almost time for you now to like come out of this inner reflection time, this time of that, sacrifice for growth, climbing those hard mountains, and it's time to kind of step into the spotlight. It's time to now start moving in this new direction. Okay, because this is saying we've learned a lot. We've healed our heart. So our heart's been healed. Maybe we've had a lot of disappointments, a lot of rejection. This could be in a lot of relationships in our lives, friendships, family. Okay, and it's caused us to do a lot of inner reflection. It's caused us to, and I feel like it's caused you to put yourself first, which is maybe something that's new for you. And this is saying now you know that you have to fill your own cup first. And that is why this outer shift is happening, because you've learned to put yourself first. You've learned to feed yourself first, to nourish yourself first in these ways. And because of that, it's helped you heal. So now you're like a healed human being. Now you're like, your heart is good. Your heart chakra, you've healed what is necessary. You've overcome demons, I see. Like you've literally fought off a lot of your own demons, a lot of your own negative thinking and thoughts. And so because of that, maybe you're growing out of certain relationships in your life. And now it's time to start anew. It's time to move on, going towards people who are going to feel more like you, who are going to also be healed, who have also gone through these things, and who celebrate you, who appreciate you, who don't make you feel broken, or who don't make you feel like you have to put yourself last. Okay. So this is just acknowledging all of the things that you've had to battle here, and that we're now moving on from that, and life is going to get a lot lighter. It's almost like it's swapping. It's like swapping now. It's going from having to heal all the time, having to go within and like over and over again, maybe a long time of that. And now it's flipping into like lightness, into fun, into movement, into joy, into like, just this lightness of life. I'm going to get some oracle cards for you guys. All right. Ooh, okay. We're going to take all of these. Yep. Okay, these are your cards. All right. Okay, so you have grounding. Stand up forcefully for what you believe. Your strength and intelligence will get you through. Don't rush your decision based on limited information. Welcome others' constructive opinions, but don't allow yourself to be pushed. So, this is just saying, keep yourself grounded, especially with maybe all of this change that's happening in this new beginning. Don't allow others to kind of sway your decisions, making sure you put yourself first, standing up for what you want and what you believe, right? Don't allow your negative thoughts to kind of to sway you or to win. Wow, look at that, God of wealth. The money god is knocking at your door. Open it and welcome him in. This is not only a sign of monetary gain and financial success, it also pertains to good fortune in all things: health, relationships, career, and family. Wow. It's like you're hitting every level because of all of the difficulty you've done, and because you're filling your own cup first now. You know yourself at such a new level. You are so solid. You are the 10 of Pentacles within, and now you're going to start seeing that outside of you, all of that wealth being reflected back to you, and in your friendships, in your family connections, in your your abundance, in your just life in general. It's reflecting that inner wealth that you've cultivated on the outside. Look at that. New level of confidence. We were saying that. Things are under control. You can handle this matter with your wisdom, confidence, and courage. You are passionate and loving, but don't let your sensitivity overwhelm you. You are honorable and gifted, but remain humble. Yeah, this is just saying you are a very sensitive soul. So don't allow maybe things of the past, people of the past, or negative thoughts to kind of overcome you. They're like, you have this, like you have the confidence, you have the knowledge, you have everything you need in order to begin this, in order to move in this new direction. Okay, and you got 2 more. Wow. Justice. The universe executes a precise order of justice. Karmic debt is being reconciled at this moment. The matter is no longer in your hands. Take a deep breath and go through it. So yeah, just going with what's happening, with what wants to change in your life, with the big transformations that are happening, the big new beginnings. They're like, just try to stay grounded through all of this. You are gaining with this big change, you are gaining a lot more wealth, a lot more financial freedom and abundance. So they're like, just have confidence in your decisions and where life wants to take you. Make sure that you're making sure that you're feeling good, that you're feeling balanced. That there is I feel like a big, huge swap of life. So it might feel overwhelming at times, okay? But they're just saying, go with it. Just know that justice is here, making everything fair and leveled out for you. So just all you have to do is go with it. And then finally, we have strength. You are far more powerful than you realize. Believe in yourself. What seems impossible can be overcome with determination and the right skills. Do not give up. You are almost there. Whatever happens, you will gain wisdom from the experience. So yeah, you are almost at a new level of experience. You're almost out of this whatever this was that kind of made you feel disempowered or just isn't matching your energy. I feel like there's been so much healing, so much having to confront yourself and maybe those around you. But you've gained so much out of this experience. You've gained such a new level of strength and confidence within yourself, and it's going to pay off massively, massively for you. And it's about to do that. It's about to be reflected in your outer world. So let's get any last messages for my pile 4s. Okay, you're going to get a rune card as well. So which rune does my pile 4s need to know? Do they need to receive about this outer shift? What rune is for my pile 4s? Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? We'll take these two. All right. Okay, I'm gonna read these out of the book for you. Okay, so you got the Uruz rune and the Perthro rune. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I know the Uruz rune basically talks about a manifestation and sticking with something with such determination and strength. And we have the bull again here. And it's just showing the amount of strength you have within yourself, the determination that you've had in growing yourself, in your abundance. And this is also talks about a manifestation of the physical, okay? Because it reminds me of like that Taurus energy, right? So very earthly, stability and finances. So I really feel, and you have the god of wealth, right? So this talks about you've been so determined that now in your outer world it's going to start reflecting all of that abundance that you've grown within yourself. We will read these out of the book, both of these, because I'm not very familiar with the second rune there. 1 second. Okay. It says the powerful bull stands strong and unyielding, and obstacles fall away before his confidence and strength. He possesses, and look, we have confidence. You had the strength card, and oh, we have strength. Oh, look at that. Confidence and strength. Wow. You've kept your confidence. You've kept your strength. In this whole process, even when things seemed really difficult within your healing, when things were disappointing, it's like you kept going. You never gave up on yourself. You never lost confidence in yourself. Your strength shone through. You kept that about you, and you always kept going, and you never gave up. Wow. He possesses a deep calm, as fear has no place in his heart. Wow. He is absolutely certain of his own solidly grounded might. Grounded right here. A bull, when encountered in your path, is a significant obstacle. I feel like you are the one who is like, people aren't going to be able to compare to you. Like, you're just going to be such a solid, grounded, confident, strong person that you're going to be unmatched. Like, that's going to take you all the way to the top. Uruz is a rune of untamed power that is neither owned nor controlled. In a reading, it brings a message of strength, courage, and overcoming all that stands in your way. A primal life force, it indicates a time of great energy and health. Business ventures and speculations are successful. There is a sudden breakthrough even when all seems lost. Sudden or unexpected changes occur, usually for the better. Uruz represents the shaping of power and patterns and the formulation of the self. Keywords: strength, power, health, and endurance, manifestation. So yeah, wow. Formulation of the self. I feel like this is you. You've formulated yourself in such a way that your outer world, it's going to be unexpected. It might show up in an unexpected way. Maybe you don't know how this can come about because maybe it's a huge dream, but this is coming in for you. It's going to start showing up. It could even start showing up in May because we do have 2 bulls here, which is Taurus. Okay, so Taurus season could be significant. And then we're going to look up the Perthro rune. Okay, snake. And okay, so it is the snake, right? He's holding a key, which is like, it's like this massive transformation that you're going through. There's a massive transformation in the energy, in your life, within yourself and outside. And we see the double-headed snake here. So it's almost like you're possessing the key to this transformation, to this change in your life. It says the 2-headed snake with her third eye open is able to see all that is faded and has yet to manifest. Living between the known and the unknown, she counts prophecy as her domain. Cosmic and primal laws unfold before her, and she moves between their patterns, playing out her unique journey with the choices she makes of her own free will. Perthro, like Iwaz, is a deeply mystical rune and deals with the fundamental mysteries of the universe, such as flow of individual and collective fate. The arrival of Perthro in a reading is a good omen if an outcome is yet unknown. It represents individual choice interacting with fate. There is an underlining joyfulness to this rune. It is also a birthing rune connected to woman's mysteries, which, given the inherent risks and initial unknown outcomes, is probably why it is also connected to gambling for the ancients. Key words: good omen, fate, the unknown, initiation, the occult. So this is basically saying this connection that you have to the mysteries, the connection that you have to yourself, because you have done so much work, you're so connected and you're so trusting of the unseen forces of life, the mysteries. You've been walking through such times of unknown without a lot of answers, right, in the physical, but you kept moving. And so you have this third eye strengthening outcome here, that you're able to move and see things that not everyone is able to. And so now it's saying, if things are unknown to you right now of how this is going to manifest in your life, this is a very good thing. It's saying fate is at hand here. Fate has a huge part to play in this, and that you just have to keep making those movements in the physical to, you know, putting yourself first, making sure that you're comfortable, making sure that, you know, you move towards things that are good for you. And fate, I feel like, is going to take care of the rest. It's saying, like, justice is here, karma is here, and it is bringing you towards this wealth, towards this financial stability and abundance in your life, in however way that shows up for you. Okay, but it's gonna make you very, very happy. All right, so my pile number 4 is that was your reading today. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate and love all of you. If this did resonate, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading, and please leave a comment, shout out pile 4, let me know what you've been going through, share your story in any way that you're comfortable doing. I absolutely love to hear about them, to interact with you guys. It literally makes my day so much. And if you would like to know more about your situation, and we can go into as much detail as you like so that you are not left with any questions, so that you are completely satisfied in any and all areas of your life that you wish to touch upon, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. And yeah, other than that, I will see you guys on the next reading. All right, all my love, pile 4. Peace.